Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Factorio Recursion. This is episode number 22. Today, we're going to continue adapting our base now that everything has been crammed inside that factory building Mark III. We've got to figure out the train stuff, how everything is getting to our factory, and how everything is routed on the inside. I've done a lot of work, actually, off camera, trying to figure all this stuff up. Really, figure it up? No, figure it out. It's very complicated. So first thing I've done is I've moved all the trains out, well, most of the trains anyway, out of the main islands. We've got our iron trains there, and some of our other trains are just sitting, right there. There's some copper trains and an oil train, another oil train. A lot of the island is different. We've started to lay out how the train stops are going to work, and made some decisions there. The only thing really that is not inside of our base that needs to go in there is the power stuff. This guy, the steam engine guy, he's a little bit obsolete at this point. We might leave him out here just for funsies for a while, but he needs to be broken down and scrapped and repurposed, I guess, any of the parts of him that can be used in other applications. But our nuclear friend over here will need to go inside fairly soon, I guess. Soonish. As soon as we figure out the train situation and how the water is going to get to our base, because these guys do require a lot of water, pretty soon we'll need a second, not a second one of these to refine the ore, but a second one of these to use the ore in these nuclear reactors. And we'll do that inside, but we need a lot of water. This one guy needs like 6 of these inputs of water. So we're going to have to figure out how to do that in bulk. Been laying out the train stops. The iron ore is coming from the left here, these guys. Copper ore is coming from the right, these guys. We don't need as much copper ore as iron ore. So, for instance, I've got a huge train stacker here that will hold a bunch of extra iron ore trains coming in. This is probably overkill. It just tries to account for getting all of the iron ore trains out of the system to prevent congestion. And then they will come in here whenever there's an empty spot of one of these 3. We'll name them the same thing. In fact, they are named the same thing on the map. One of the changes they made in one of the recent 0.15 snapshots is they started the train stop names on our diagonal. So if you have your train stops vertical like this, they don't all overlap, which is nice. What else? Oh, yeah. Okay, so a very important detail is that we need to bring in a lot of oil and water. We need to process oil, and that takes oil and water. And so we're going to be bringing that in with trains, with the fluid wagons. Do I have any of those on me? I do not. But we're going to use fluid wagons, and we need extremely high throughput of those items. And so we're only going to be using, to bring those in, we're going to be using storage tanks, the pumps. Do I have any of those on me? The pumps here, or the Factorissimo input-output bulk transfer pipes. All of those have extremely high throughput. They transfer liquids very fast. These guys, the normal pipes and the underground pipes, are no good. What that means is that we cannot use underground pipes. So when our trains come in, they have to have nothing between them and the factory base. You can see there's no train stops here. And so this is just sort of an idea of where an oil train would be and maybe a water train over here. Have to figure out exactly how that works. But what that means, what that's going to mean for our iron and copper, at least for now, maybe this will change once I've expanded the train stuff to the outer edge here. The iron and the copper is only going to come from north of our island, and the oil and water for our oil processing only going to come from the south of the island down here, which I guess is going to be fine. As we get farther away from our base, the ore gets extremely dense. Like this guy right here has 25 million ore. This little guy has 5 million. This guy's got 34 million, etc. 35 million, 42 million. Farther you get, the more ore you get. So if we just have more trains coming and going, we should be okay as far as that's concerned. And then we also need coal. So we need to figure out where the coal is coming from the bottom or the top, and where those stops are going to be. Does it need a train stacker? We don't need as much coal as we need the other things. We also need stone. We don't need as much stone as the other things. So that stop could be fairly smaller. We've got some empty space, like a big rectangle of space for an oil train, a uranium train, and also we're going to need a sulfuric acid train. We're going to have to bring sulfuric acid out of our base and send it out to the uranium patches to mine up the uranium. I have a lot of uranium stockpiled, from what we had originally on the island in this building. But that is not going to last forever. So all that stuff needs to be routed inside here. For the moment, the rocket silo's outside too. We might bring that inside and put it here. Here's my extra stone from what was on the island. And when this runs out, we need to go set up an expansion and bring it in with a train. We're not really using any of that until we set up our research again. But all this stuff is mostly hooked up. We've got the robots bringing in the stuff from the passive provider chest. All these guys except the ore. We don't have any trains, so we've run out of the actual ore. But these guys are requesting the ore when we have it, and that goes into this central guy. Our nuclear power will go up here. It's empty just yet because I haven't designed a new nuclear power layout. And once we figure out how we're getting the water in here, we will probably move what we have already inside here, our old versions. These storage tanks, they're pretty good if you need to change directions, because you can't change directions with the bulk transfer pipes or with pumps. So you can use the different... Do I have one on me so we can see? Yeah, they've got a little entrance there, a little entrance there. So we can use that to change directions. This is... I think I was just trying to lay out something and see the spacing. All these guys head into here where everything else is happening. We've got the iron ore, which we need to make concrete, which we need to make these things, these big factory building Mark 3s. That's coming, the robots bring that over. That gets sent through the underground belts and into there. And then we've got coal. Still don't have stone coming in here. We need that to happen eventually. And probably a few other things. The water and the oil are being pinched like these. That's why they're all four of our water and oil inputs are occupying these rightmost four. It's not to give space for the rocket silos so much as it is to keep them compact so they can fit into here without taking out a ton of space. And then in here, we compress them again into our central guy. This is going to be the oil refinery one. So we need the oil refinery products for our research area, which is going to be here. And when we have our research, like nothing, stuff that comes in here never leaves. This is like some horror movie in there. You go in, but you don't leave. We also need, once we're shooting rockets, we will need to be sending, every time you shoot a rocket, you get 1,000 space science. So we need to bring in the space science with the belt. That needs to find a way to come over here and, actually probably over here, and get added to the research up through there somehow. Got my old thing here. This is our old research. I need to scrap all of this and just repurpose all the items. We're going to be making a new layout for high throughput. Eventually, hopefully fairly soon. There's a lot to do. We're setting up a huge endeavor here, so it's taking a lot of construction. This guy here is going to have all of our rocket parts. So the low density structures, rocket fuel, rocket control units, and the satellites are all going to be made here. And then those are going to probably... We're probably going to move the coal. I think this is kind of bad because we're going to need to send those items out on 2 belts. And it probably makes sense to use these 2. And the coal is mostly going to the oil refinery and as well also up to our quality of life area. Do we need coal for research? We probably do need coal for research because I think we need to make grenades for the military science, right? Yeah, so we need coal over there as well. So we'll probably use for that, maybe this guy. This guy is this rocket science, maybe that one. So we'll have to move the coal over from there over to here. And speaking of which, we might even be able to do it like this. There's my cursor. Maybe in there? I don't know. We're going to have to think about it. There's a lot of logistics involved with an endeavor like this. So our oil products, right now we've got a bit of storage here for the water and the oil. And this is hooked up to our old system, which is functional now. We've bootstrapped most of this so that all this stuff works. We've got our sulfuric acid heading out there. We've got our iron coming in to make the sulfuric acid. And then our plastic going out. Coal coming in to make the plastic, etc. So the coal products need to head up here to make red circuits. They need to head to the left because we need plastic bars for low-density structures, and we also need solid fuel, etc. over here. And we need oil stuff to the right for our research. That's why they're left to the right. Just trying to find out the most logical layout. The red circuits and blue circuits have been bootstrapped with our old layouts. I think I'm gonna get out of breath talking about how many things have been updated. These layouts are going to be updated again as well to our high throughput, like filling a blue belt module kind of idea. Just wanted to have some production here so that we could set up this guy and have him be functional, our quality of life area, so that as we continue to add things, I can come in here and get things like furnaces and belts and all that kind of stuff. The gear wheel area is set up here. I think what I want to do is actually set up the this guy who's making our modules. We need to edit him just a little bit. Whoops. I think I went over mostly everything. Oh, let's head back here and look into... I don't think I walked in here. So all of our raw resources are coming in here and getting smelted into iron, into copper, making green circuits, steel, and gear wheels. This guy needs to take 5 belts of iron and smelt up exactly 1 belt, full belt of steel plates. I haven't made that yet. That's something still to do. And then as well, we need to take 2 belts of iron and smelt it into 1 solid belt of gear wheels. Haven't done that either. These 2 modules need to be designed. But the rest of this is functional and filled in. Whew! Okay, out of breath. Let's head back up into here. And one of the things we need to do is we need to set up this guy so he works with our logistics system. I need to move these guys over. I think I can get rid of this for now. And these guys are basically a note to myself saying, hey, you need to set this stuff up. We need more than just 1 of each of these, and I'll probably use beacons for them. I also want to move the furnace. We need a lot of bricks, so we need stone coming in. That is my reminder to myself. Where did that go? So many items in my inventory. I can't. Oh, here it is. We need that. We'll also need to set up stuff that takes water and sulfuric acid. Figure out how the liquid comes in. But I think what we want to do now is just move this guy over. We need to leave 1 space so that we can set up the requester chests to bring stuff into him. And just as far up as it'll go, we'll be fine. So this guy is going to need red circuits, blue circuits, and green circuits. Green circuits are right there. But the blue circuits at the moment are all the way down here. I think we need to change that. Blue circuits are mostly, for all the stuff in this building, they're mostly going to be making our modules. So to have the chest right next to there would be a good idea. We only need 3 inputs, so we can grab our requester chest like that, and then set up our passive provider on the other side. And then we can limit them. I guess we'll put the green on the bottom, and then the red, and then the blue. Let's look at the recipes. I think like a row of each is probably fine. 5 and 5. It takes 15 seconds to do any of them, so we don't need a huge amount of throughput. Let's even turn that one to just 1 line is fine. Change the arrow and increase the update rate like that. Okay, and then we need to move our blue friend is down there. So let's go ahead, let's cancel that. Take those out of there. Let's move him up here. This is red. I'm going to swap out the red. You are now requesting blue. Oops. We need to limit that chest. Is it limited? Yes. Okay. Go. Whew. This guy's going to become green circuits, and this guy is going to become red circuits. I'm going to swap those just so that they're in like the order in which they are made by a complexity, just for my own purposes. No real need to do that, but that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so this guy is requesting 500 blues. I'll go ahead and put these in there. This guy is going to request 500 reds, I guess. We can always, if I see that this is like draining a lot of stuff from our main objective of like making research and shooting rockets and stuff, we can change these numbers later. I'm just Just want to get stuff done and ready to go. Okay, so this is the green circuits one. Good. Then we need to add the sulfur back down here. So just tell that to do, I don't know, 300. Not sure which number is best. Just putting numbers in there so things start getting made and getting done and stuff. So this guy, we can... Oh, I don't have enough inventory space to empty him out. Got some overflow dudes here. Okay, empty you out. Like so. Okay, good. I do have red circuits left over, but they're all sitting... we had a whole bunch of items from the previous version of the base when everything was outside, and I've brought everything inside, so we just have a bunch of like random items left over. What are you guys doing? You're transferring those... But we don't seem to have... Oh, the reason is I haven't put the red circuits on the belt. These are blue circuits, but we don't seem to be making blue circuits because we ran out of what? The green circuits because I'm not bringing in iron? Yeah, I guess that's why. But one thing we can do is... I have not set up... I don't think. Let's see what these guys... This is coming... This is blue. Yes. This guy is green. Right here, iron, green. What is this guy? Copper and blue. Okay, yeah, I have not set up the spot where the blue gets added, or the red circuits get added to the logistics system for our quality of life area right there. So for now, let's I could just give him a splitter. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. Send him over here. And make sure these are proper. That's a lot of space. We probably don't even need that much. That's way more than we need, right? A stack is already going to be 200, right? In fact, I probably have a lot of just random stuff sitting in. Like, this is probably too much. That's the kind of thing we will fiddle with after everything is set up and actually working. Oh, I put these backwards. Oops. Okay. Now we've got red circuits coming in. Good, very good. And the next thing I need to do is... we have some other things to make in bulk. I need to make a lot of the concrete, for instance. So I think what I'm going to do, since I'm already using this factory building, for these guys, we have some extra space here. So I think what we'll do is we will, we're just going to move all this stuff. Let's see, let's find a blueprint. I can delete these things. Just using those to lay down some railroads. We're going to do this. That copies the modules, and I'm going to actually probably just do the whole thing. What am I doing? Okay. We're going to move this as far up as we can, up to here, and then we'll have space for more concrete things. All right, so all the module stuff has been moved up. We got a little bit extra space. I think we're going to do the stone bricks right here. I think that's a good spot for it. We're not going to do the concrete in here. At first, I was going to do that, but then I realized, oh yeah, we need water. And I would like to minimize the amount of pipes we use. We're going to save everything needing water and cram it into the corner somewheres. These guys, are these guys set up or what? Let's go check the outside. Maybe I didn't set up the outside ones. I probably did not because I had some extra stuff anyway. Yeah, these are not set up. Okay, we do have these coming in. But let me make sure that the chests are limited here. And then I've got some overflow stuffs. Why does that keep coming up? Oh, my blueprint is like right... Okay, I see. Okay, this one is not limited. This one needs to be limited, and these guys aren't anything yet. All right, so we can tell these guys... Hello? Oh, come on. This guy is going to be the blue circuits. And whatever 400, this guy's going to be the red circuits. Whatever 400. This guy's going to be Mr. Green circuits. Whatever, 400. There we go. We also have a bunch here. I can just transfer a decent amount too. I probably should have done that to begin with. What I probably ought to go ahead and bite the bullet to do is to use active provider chests to get these guys to empty out. For that, we need red, green. Okay, let me just grab a few more of these. We can upgrade these or side grade, downgrade to active providers. Almost never use these. When something is an active provider chest, the robots will basically try to get stuff out of there anytime anytime something is needed, it'll use these as the first priority. So I want all this stuff emptied out, so we'll just do that. I think, yeah, okay, I even have a few extra. Goodbye. Okay, so this should be set up. Are these guys doing anything? What are you guys missing? You've got everything. Is everything... Maybe I have enough stuff stockpiled. You are missing speed module 1s. Let's just do a little checky check. We've got blue circuits, red circuits, green circuits. These guys need green circuits, red circuits. Oh, yeah. I know what happened. There's no robots in here. There's no robots in here, so nothing is getting transferred. Do I have any made? I do not. And what do you need? Flying robot frames. We haven't set that up yet. Okay, we can probably try to scavenge some robots from somewhere else. Let's go try to find some we can just snag. There's probably a bunch out here. It's really hard to find them because they're all divided up between all the robo ports. Don't need that many. So we'll just grab a few here and there every time I see a few. Maybe like 20 is enough for there. Until I have the robot frame area set up and we can start making robots again. Haven't made the steel smelting area, which is kind of a big deal. A lot of things rely on steel. Okay, here we go. Robots, whereabouts? There we go. Okay, everything's working. Lovely. Okay, so right here, we are going to have the stone come in, and then it's going to exit here and probably end up in a requester chest right there. Fairly compact. We want the blue guys, which are the passive providers. Right? Or other way around, requester chests. The red ones are passive providers. So we will have the belt go around like that. And then we will say each one of these we want to request just a little bit of stone. Like maybe even just 100 is fine. If you make the request too small, they're basically never going to stop transferring back and forth. Then we'll need some inserters so that these smelters actually do something. Okay, and then we need to output onto our underground belts, and then they will head over here to our passive provider chest. And then this guy is going to ask for the stone bricks to send them back out to the next layer up, and whatever, 500, who cares? That is the second one. So we need a passive provider chest right there, and we'll limit you. Okay, now we need to bring the stone over here, which I haven't done yet. So let's do that. Stone right now is right here. In fact, let's just make it convenient and move it like up here. Stone, it's this one. Eventually, when we bring the train in, we'll have to reroute it a bit, but this should be fine for now. We need the stone to come into this guy, and I think that one right there, that one at the top is the best. Way up there. Is it getting confusing yet? It's confusing. You're going to request stone. And it's going to come in right there. Oh, there's no robots here. We need a spot. We need more than just one inserter, though. That's not going to cut it. I need a spot where I can do this kind of thing to empty out a full belt as it comes in. I suppose we could route it all the way around here. Maybe we just use like that instead. Maybe that's better. Okay, so that is the fourth one down on the outside. Right here. Huh. Maybe we swap these. Maybe that makes the most sense. Like that. Okay, so we need to put another one of these ones with the red. Like that. And we can keep that the way it is. We need to limit those. They're all already limited. I cut off the... Yeah. Okay. Is this still coming in, or are we done with it? No. Okay, so I did cut it off from the other side. Gets confusing. Can't always remember, like, what I've what I've changed, what I haven't, where the break in the line is. Okay, you go in there, you go in there, you go in there. You go in there, you go in there, you go in there. Good. Okay, so this guy will be the new iron ore, and then this guy is going to just be a pass provider for the stone. Let's head back out, set that up. Okay, here is our stone as it exists today. It's coming out there, but we can just reroute it to come out right here. Like that. Okay, not the most efficient layout, but it doesn't matter because this is just going to empty out. Then we'll have to come up with another solution. There we go. That's going inside. All of our stones getting collected there and being limited. And then we need to request it up here. Stone. There we go. There's our stone coming in. Coming into this guy. And then he's being what else is he being requested for? Or are those just the robots? Oh, all right, the stone furnaces. Which we are still making because, I don't know, at some point maybe I'm going to want to make some boilers. I don't know. Probably not, but you never know. I had space to put everything, and it's better to just like put everything down now instead of trying to fit it in later when we've run out of space. Okay, this guy, we need to request the stone, right? Yeah, it's not coming in yet, is it? It would be best if it comes in like right here. So we need a passive provider chest on this side. Let's reverse this the other way. And then let's limit you. Go back. We're almost done. We want a blue one. The requester chest right there. We want you to request some stone. There we go. Okay, now they're getting delivered. Over here. Make this one interior only, that direction arrow. And now we're actually... Okay, good. It's getting smelted. And voila, stone bricks. Stone bricks are made. You know, people say, oh, that Factorissimo mod, it's broken. It just breaks the game. It makes it too easy. Kind of, but it also makes it more complicated. If I was just trying to smelt up some stone, ordinarily, in a normal game, it would be way simpler than this. Way, way simpler. But doing it this way is cool. Okay, and these guys are getting hit by the speed beacons. Oh, I bet our power... Yeah. Okay, let's increase that a bit. There we go. Okay, let's see. Let's cascade downwards. How's our power doing on this layer? Oh, it's fine. And if it's doing okay on here, then that one should be good as well. The speed was not quite as high as it should be. And we're not getting in a ton. Is that because... We don't have a ton of robots inside here to transfer things yet. And our stone is being sent to a lot of different places. This guy requires stone. The Factorissimo Factory Building Mark 1 takes 500 stone. Oh. Oh, this should be... Let me look at this. Yeah, if there's less than 20, this will stop working. And there's 18, so he's going to make 2 more. That's probably excessive. I don't need 20 of those things. Who set this up? Let's go 10. 10 is fine. Sheesh. Okay, now this guy's going to stop working because there's more than 10 in the system. Which means when this reaches capacity, this is going to stop taking items out of our system. Where else is it going? I guess it's going to a couple other places to take the stone. And we just don't have enough robots. We need to set up, I guess pretty soon we need to set up the flying robot frame so we can make more robots. That requires steel. And we don't have a steel module set up yet. Can I dump this ore somewhere? Into this guy? Oh, this guy's got... Okay, where can we put this? What takes the iron ore? Oh, the iron ore is taken by this thing, which isn't being used yet. That's the only guy that requires that. All right, let me just... Oops. Put that there. Yeah, we need to set up the steel module. And we also need to get our trains up and running again because we are running out of raw supplies without the trains running, bringing stuff in. So that's probably what we'll tackle next time. Do some work on the trains. and trying to get this steel module going, because so many things rely on that steel. That's it for the episode. Is it confusing you yet? I hope so. This series is starting to get pretty crazy, and I'm having fun with it. I hope you are too. We'll see you next time. Leave your comments below, all that kind of stuff. See you later. Bye-bye.